At ringside, waiting for this match to get underway. Let's turn it over to our ring announcer, Bruce Tharp.
This match, one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first from Tampa, Florida, at 219 pounds, Mike Graham. His partner from Syracuse, New York, at 232 pounds, Mike Rotundo. Their opponent from parts unknown, weight unknown, Mr. Olympia. And from St. Petersburg, Florida, at 210 pounds, Denny Brown.
Denny Brown and Mr. Olympia moving out against Mike Graham and Mike Rotundo. Graham in the ring now in the blue trunks, moving out against Mr. Olympia. Full arm drag and twist, and a reversal now by Mr. Olympia. Graham, single leg pickup, has Olympia off, and Olympia breaks it up. Both men back on their feet very quickly.
We know, Gordon, this could prove to be a very interesting match. This is the first time I have seen Mike Graham and Mike Rotundo as tag team partners. However, they have both excelled throughout the United States and throughout the world as single competitors. Mike Rotendo, of course, being Southern Heavyweight Wrestling Champion at this time. Mike Graham having held practically every regional title wherever he has appeared around the world. Now, they're going up against a very cagey team of Mr. Olympia and Dennis Brown. And here is Mike Graham with a full arm drag and the arm bar. And Mr. Olympia very wisely tagging out to Dennis Brown.
Dennis Brown, originally out of Honolulu, Hawaii, moves up collar and elbow. Graham very quickly gets a side headlock, makes the tag with Mike Rotundo.
Well, there's Mike Rotundo with the headlock takedown and just laying his body weight right across Dennis Brown there. Very tenaciously holding on. The full body block. Very smart move on the part of Dennis Brown. Hip toss takedown.
Hip toss, but Rotundo breaks it up. Rotundo moves back in. A hip lock takedown by Rotundo. 2 times All-American out of Syracuse. Rotundo now keeping the pressure on Dennis Brown, and Brown bridging back, trying to get Rotundo's shoulders down for that 3 count. Referee Bill Alfonso watching carefully now as Rotundo back to his feet, as is Denny Brown. Hip lock takedown again, and a quick tag made up to Mike Graham. Mike Graham moving into the ring now. 5-time state amateur wrestling champion, 3-time state powerlifting champion, keeps the side headlock on Denny Brown. It'll be interesting to see how Brown will break this hold. Finally does. Graham catches him, a shoulder smash coming off the ropes. Into another hip lock takedown, and Graham rolls down, hooks the near leg, and it's Brown now who's going to have his problems. Coming away from this is Graham. Now punishes the hollow of the knee, and that's got to stretch those hamstrings.
Well, it really does, Gordon. Mike Graham has been wrestling professional now, I believe, some 12 years, and he has really gone a long way. Back in his amateur days, and he excelled in all amateur sports. I believe, to the best of my knowledge, he still holds a powerlifting record, which he set in high school in the state of Florida. And to this day, I believe this record still stands up, which really speaks of the ability of this man. With the new training methods, no one has ever topped that record. And here's Mike Rotundo with a step-over toe hold on Dennis Brown. This can be a very punishing hold. It can really wear down those leg muscles. You get those leg muscles worn out where you can't walk and move around too good. It can sure shorten the time in the ring.
Good counter by Denny Brown that time as he rolled back into it now. Has Rotundo flattened out on the canvas. Brown very quickly may slip into a crouch ride here. We'll watch and see. Rotundo realizing the spot he's in. Brown floats back up on the body, gets a front chancery. Rotundo back to his feet. And Rotundo pulling his man back, and they're back into the far corner. Mr. Olympia tags up, and Rotundo very wisely backs off. Now begins to circle his man. They move up, collar and elbow. Single leg pickup by Rotundo. Concentrating on the left leg of Mr. Olympia. And Rotundo now makes the tag with Mike Graham.
Well, Mike Graham, of course, being well known for a figure 4 leg lock, and normally to get the figure 4 leg lock set, you're going to have to work on that leg, which he is really doing. Right now, he has a form of an inside toe hold on Mr. Olympia. You can see pulling the point of the toe right around to the left, putting that pressure on the toe and on the ankle here. And this can be a very punishing hold. Mr. Olympia right now had best reach up and tag out to Dennis Brown and get himself a little rest and a chance to recuperate. But Mike Graham is really punishing that left leg of Mr. Olympia. Now, he will no doubt go back after that leg if he's really has his full wits about him.
Olympia letting fly with a couple of right hands. Graham retaliating, then a snap mare that takes Olympia back to the canvas. Olympia catches him coming in. Graham brings him up, a full body slam. Graham started to close in, and Olympia, that time, going to step out, and it is a four-way melee going now. Denny Brown and Mike Graham, Mr. Olympia and Rotendo, and now it is both men back in corners as Olympia punishing Mike Graham, and it is Rotendo caught in a side headlock. And they're good move here on the part of Mike Rotendo. Has his man up in an airplane spin. Mike Graham has the figure 4 on Mr. Olympia, and it is Olympia conceding, and brother Denny Brown isn't going anywhere except in circles as Rotendo had him in the airplane spin. An outstanding victory here in Florida for Mike Rotendo and Mike Graham.